accidental inventions you can't imagine your life without. Sometimes the best inventions are those we didn't realize we needed until they have fallen into our laps. In this video, I will share with you 9 accidental inventions you won't be able to imagine your life without. Number 1. Chips. A delicious snack enjoyed all around the world. Potato chips ranks pretty high on the junk food list. But did you know that they were accidentally created by a chef trying to cater to an annoying customer? The restaurant chef, George Crumb, couldn't please the man who insisted his fries should be thinner and crisper. As a joke, he sliced them wafer thin, fried them, and presented them to him. To George's surprise, the customer loved them, and thus, the humble potato chip was born. Number 2. Bubble wrap. If you buy anything online, you will be no stranger to bubble wrap, that plastic sheet that protects our goods and tempts us to pop every single bubble. But what if you use bubble wrap for wallpaper? Would you be able to stop yourself? In 1957, Alfred Fielding and Marc Chevalier invented bubble wrap as a new form of wallpaper. After it failed as a decorative product, they tried selling it as greenhouse insulation. It wasn't until 1960 that it was used to protect packages for the first time. IBM, a company that developed early computer systems, used bubble wrap to send their products over long distances. Number 3. Microwave oven. Microwave ovens have made food preparation easier since 1946, when an unrelated experiment led to its creation just after the Second World War. American physicist and inventor Percy Spencer was experimenting with a radar-related vacuum tube when a candy bar he was keeping in his pocket began to melt. Realizing the use of such an effect, he quickly patented the microwave oven, though it was initially called the less catchy name of radar range. Number 4. Cornflakes. Cornflakes are a simple yet satisfying breakfast cereal option that many take for granted. But its invention came out of a failed attempt to create another type of food. William Kellogg and his brother John Kellogg were the pioneers behind the world's most popular cereals. In 1894, John was the chief medical officer of Battle Creek Sanatorium in Michigan, where the patients were given a mainly vegetarian diet. Under the guidance of his brother, the two went to work to create an easily digestible bread substitute, which led them to boil wheat to make a dough. By mistake, the wheat was boiled for far too long. When Will rolled out the wheat, it separated into large, flat flakes. After tasting them, they realized they had just created a delicious, healthy snack. The granose flakes would become the cornflakes we still enjoy to this day. Number 5. Penicillin. If you have ever been unfortunate enough to need a penicillin for an infection, you will know it can be a lifesaver. Literally. The fate of many could have been very different if Sir Alexander Fleming had not discovered the antibiotic. After noticing mold on an old petri dish that was breaking down the bacteria around it, he grew the mold himself to recreate the effects of a larger scale, discovering one of the most important medicines of all time. Number 6. Safety glass. Safety glass comes as standard in all cars, as well as gas masks and store windows. It is an invention that prevents injuries during accidents, as well as adding extra security. It was accidentally discovered when chemist Edward Benedictus was working in his lab and dropped a glass flask on the floor. Though it cracked, it didn't shatter into several pieces, as it should have. After inspecting the flask, he realized he had kept plastic cellulose nitrate inside of it. Realizing its importance, he patented it. Number 7. Super glue. Those with pets and children will know that super glue is a necessity that belongs in every household. With its limitless fixing capabilities, you may find it hard to believe that it began its life as an annoyance. Dr. Harry Coover first came across the adhesive chemicals cyanocryolates during World War II. His team tried to use the material to make clear plastic gun sights, but the chemical kept sticking to everything. He realized that the substance was impractical and threw out the idea. Later in 1951, Coover was working at Eastman Kodak and was supervising a project that was developing heat-resistant acrylate polymer for jet canopies. Coover realized that the cyanocryolates he had found too sticky years previously would come in handy now. He experimented by bonding items together with his adhesive, which only needed a little water to activate and didn't require any kind of heat to set. In 1958, the first super glue was sold by Eastman Kodak, with the slightly less catchy name of Eastman number 910. Number 8. Vaseline. During the cold winters, our lips get chapped. There's one product that always comes to mind: Vaseline. In 1872, Robert Chesbrough created Vaseline by using petroleum jelly. He discovered the jelly when he came across a rigger on an oil field scraping off dark, waxy gunk from an oil pump's joint. When he asked the rigger about it, he told him it had the capability of healing any wound. Robert quickly scooped some of the goop up and took it away. It took him 10 years to refine and purify it into the colorless, odorless form we know today. Later on, it was discovered that Vaseline did not help with the healing process, but did a great job of blocking out dirt and bacteria that made the healing process quick. And number 9, Coca-Cola. When I think of Coca-Cola, I think of hot summers and Santa arriving in a big red truck with lights that could be seen from space. But Coca-Cola started its roots far more sinisterly. Coca-Cola was initially invented in 1885 by John Pemberton, who was a pharmacist who created the original recipe in his backyard. Cocaine and opium were just some of its listed ingredients. Pemberton patented it as a medicine and claimed it cured headaches, tiredness, and stomach complaints. Of course, the pain-relieving aspects was mainly down to the drugs getting the patient high. In 1892, Asia Candler purchased Coca-Cola, advertising it as a beverage for the first time and reducing the cocaine content significantly. During the Prohibition, Coca-Cola was forced to remove all traces of cocaine, which gave birth to the early form of the soft drink we know and love. So there you have it, 9 things that were accidentally invented that we couldn't imagine life without. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this one and don't want to miss a future upload, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching.